We're at an hour, bro.
I feel like I
We're at an hour.
feel like I let everyone down
Why?
because I drank last night and I have horrible anxiety, and I feel like this podcast I stunk.
You did, dude. You did a
suck,
good job.
dude.
You
I
were
fucking
crushing
suck.
it. I actually, it was funny. That night I had my fucking white wrapper, like stoned off a fucking weed tincture meltdown. That night was a full on like, I'm never ever getting high again. Ever. This is a new chapter. And then I was at the wedding last night and I just ate half a weed. Got me like,
Yeah, that's the same thing.
I was like, I'm
drinking.
such a piece of shit.
I've been drinking enough that I'm like, every day I'm like, enough. No
Yeah.
more drinking. Then you wake up and it's like, I'll have a couple.
I'm gonna try to dry out for the rest of the month. I'm gonna try to just totally dry out.
Yeah.
We'll see. To be continued, dude.
No, I'll get drunk this week.
I'm not putting it on you.
Sober Sunday, though. We sober today.
Yeah, it's Sober Sunday.
Yeah.
Sober September. Some people are doing Sober September.
I'm not.
I failed.
I'm failing pretty hard.
So I might go for October. I'll probably do 2 days and be stoned like the rest of my fucking miserable life. The pattern I've led so far, it's not going to break. Nothing's going to change.
All right, we got to end this.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh, my God.
Welcome to episode 52.
Oh, my God.
Just a classic Shane and Matt. Fantastic.
Didn't get enough likes, that poster.
What? I don't engage.
I just looked at it.
I don't engage in Facebook whatsoever, dude.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. I'm talking about, like, I used to write statuses, and it ruins my day. Because I write a status.
Look at that, dude.
It's a nice fucking poster.
That's fucking. Luke
Poster
Strickler,
for the live, yeah. Poster
Luke
for the live
Strickler
cast is
designed
sick.
a poster for the live podcast, November 22nd at Helium. It's really nice.
Yeah, I don't, dude. When I write statuses, it ruins my day. Because now I have this weird anxiety throughout the day of like, is it going to get likes? How is it perceived?
Yeah, I mean, I stopped a long time ago trying to write like jokes.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like if I try to write something funny on there, I don't do that anymore.
yeah, exactly. But even just like interacting on Facebook it's a weird. It's weird as fuck.
Here's a psychotic thing I did the other night.
What?
I was on Instagram and I see people that I follow. And then you can click who they're following and see if they follow you. And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Seeing who didn't follow you.
Yeah, who I've been following. And I was like, fuck them. Unfollow. They suck.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That I really like, because when that all first came out, I'm like, this is great. People can all talk and like share their thoughts. And I'm like, yeah, we should probably keep them to ourselves, I think. We shouldn't have our thoughts just intermingling in like a public space 24/7.
No. God, no.
And there should be like
As we record a podcast of our thoughts.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's
yeah.
different than being sitting there and being like, this is what and just writing it out, and it's like, boom, now like 1,000 people see it. And
Is there anything worse than writing a like spur of the moment thing you thought was funny?
Yeah.
And getting like 3 likes and being
I delete
Jesus
them. I
Christ.
check, and when I will do
It's
it,
5 minutes without a like, I'm deleting it.
I delete it right away.
Yeah.
I pretty much delete now. If I put a Facebook status up, its rate of survival is like 10%.
Yeah,
I get 4 minutes into it, I get this weird feeling. I go, fuck this, and I delete it.
that poster I put up is that like 20 likes.
You wanna delete
in
it, dude?
40 minutes. 20 likes in 40 minutes is not good. Whatever.
It's funny too, though, that like the number of likes it's getting is enacting the part of your body that's like a tiger's in your basement. You're like, oh fuck, oh man, something's going bad. This is horrible.
It's but I think this is a bad time to post it.
Why?
Like before noon during the week. Everyone's at work.
True. I mean, the whole point of it is
It's a bad time.
Yeah, but the whole point is to put it out for the people who are going to see it.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Before you just go like, oh god.
Yeah, I've had those thoughts. Yeah,
Did you ever like get the full fucking?
never
like,
made me jump.
I've gotten it before where I get like legitimately free. I feel like I'm like.
There's definitely been times I've had to snap myself out of it, like while I'm thinking about it, and just be like, all right, Jesus Christ.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, like I'll just be driving by myself in the car, and I'll just be like, fuck. Jesus Christ.
That's what I'm talking about. You're driving, you're just like, you start being like, wait a second, you're like, I can think, and you're like, what the fuck am I thinking about? And you're
I
like,
think, therefore I am, dude.
and you're like, oh god. I've done it before where I've gotten myself like to the edge of a panic attack. Between like intermittent thoughts of outer space and thinking, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, I get high and think of that stuff.
True.
That's why I don't like getting high.
Really?
Yeah.
I love, dude. I
can get high and think about dying and like what that's going to be like. And then when I'm high enough, I can like fully realize it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good.
When you die?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
easy. It's just what it was like before you were born.
Well,
It's like everything's going to be going on and you're just not there.
I don't know. You never know. You don't.
I think I do.
Never know, dude.
I think I do.
What do you
I
think
think it's
it is?
exactly like before I was born.
Not bad.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Exactly.
There was no eye, bro. There was nothing, dude.
I don't know. I'm not too.
Whoa.
I mean, I definitely dying would suck. I don't worry about it that much. I just don't. My thing is like.
Tell you when you really worry about death is flying.
Oh yeah.
Just, I always also because there's so much fucking turbulence on that flight, that cross country
So
flight. So much. I'm farting. Turbulence is going nuts. The lady next to me was horrified of flying. So anytime we hit turbulence, she was like panicking, which that sucks. That sucks to see someone like.
Did you like?
I looked at her like, "You're all right. Like, relax."
What'd she say?
She was all right. She was foreign. I was trying to fucking explain to her like, it's fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Everything's okay. But yeah, the whole time, every time I'm flying, I'm just like, well, if I die, I just need to accept it.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. If I die, it'll be quick, especially on a fucking plane. But however long it takes to scream the whole way down, like all those people on there fucking screaming, that would suck. So that's the worst. I don't want to hear that. I don't want the pandemonium before I die.
True. You'd like to just go out.
Panic of like women and screaming.
Yeah. I worry more about that stretched out over the course of like 2 decades of just someone being in their life and being like, ah!
Just 2 decades of quietly screaming. Yeah, man. That happens.
Yeah, man. I would love to have a nice, hard midlife crisis.
You might be.
I think I had a nice quarter
You
life.
could be having like a subtle one right now.
I'm telling you, I don't think I am.
Maybe.
I could. I go back and forth whether or not I'm becoming like completely self-aware, or just totally losing my mind. But
I think that takes some self-awareness.
I've racked up a hard fucking quarter life, which was nice.
When was that?
Like about like 24, 25.
Okay.
That's like
What happened there?
Got married. Freaked out and got married, dude. I remember being like, that way I can get married and like I can just like do stuff like stand up and I could put all my energy on stand up and like, that'll solve the whole like romantic aspect of my life. I'll just have a wife and like that'll be just one fixed easy thing. Dude. Did I not know I was entering into the fucking world of smoke and mirrors, dude?
Whoa.
I entered into that being like when I was little, I thought like I remember distinctly being really little. I'm like, damn, dude, when I'm married, I can have sex whenever I want. That's fucking awesome. And then like I was like, well, that's not true. That's stupid. But once you get married, though, it does like settle the whole issue of like your dealings with women and like just someone you see every day and you're like, what up?
Yeah,
dude, that was my quarter life crisis. I hit that, and then it was just like,
it is funny when you're younger to be like, yes, dude, you get to have sex all the time. Then it's like, oh, you gonna fuck the same person and the same bad sex all the time?
I used to think about my dad. I'm like, dude, my dad can have sex whenever he wants. That's fucking boss.
Oh, nice. You used to think about your dad nutting?
I was like, dude, that's
out
sick.
Of jealousy?
I was just happy for him. I'm like,
yeah.
Dude, how cool is it that my dad just gets to have sex like whenever he wants? And then like anyone like any dad at a basketball game, I'm like, damn, dude.
He used to fuck her.
Like,
sick.
Damn, he gets to have sex whenever he wants. It's fucking awesome, dude. I literally thought it was like you just kind of like walked in, you're like, excuse me, time for sex. Yeah. I mean, back in the day it was, but again, I sound like a fucking one-trick pony. But if the church if they started giving people acid and stuff for like communion, people would get into
acid for communion.
They could do it. They're the big enough, powerful enough.
That would fuck up people's weeks.
No, I'm talking like microdoses. They gave
Dad a microdose of acid.
He'd be fine. No, he'd be fine if you give like an average person.
Yeah, it would just go straight to daddies and mommies.
What the hell?
And mommies get spooked.
Mommies
so
would be
fast.
very spooked.
They'll immediately think they're dying.
No, if you give them I'm talking about a tiny dose. They would be like,
if you gave that to a chick.
Dad drinks like 90 ounces of coffee a day. He could take a tiny bit of LSD.
I don't know, dude. That's scary.
Dude, I would rather take a fucking hit of acid than drink as much coffee as he takes.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, that makes one of us, dude.
Coffee's great. You got
no,
I haven't drank coffee in weeks, dude.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice brag.
Dude, I've just been laying on the couch.
Dude, if you drink...
I mean, that's all I drink a ton of coffee. Just sit down.
You could drink...
How do you do that?
Sick.
You could drink 64 ounces of coffee.
Huh?
You can drink 64 ounces of coffee. Daddy drinks 64 ounces of coffee.
I don't think he always drinks 64.
Every day, dude.
What is that?
So he drinks a 24 ouncer when he wakes up.
7-Eleven.
A 16 ouncer, 7-Eleven. 16 ouncer from Wawa.
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock. And then he has one on the way home, another 24. How much is it? What are we
That's
at now?
64.
That's a winter schedule of coffee, dude.
Bro, that's every day, dude.
I know,
He's
but
probably doing iced.
no, he does
He-
not.
dude,
No,
you don't
can
ever say
miss
that
him
on my
with that
daddy.
kind
All
of
right,
shit,
dude, chill.
What are
My
you talking
da-
about? Iced coffee's the shit.
My daddy doesn't like it, dude.
Tell that to a guy who's like above 50. That's gay.
Daddies do not like it.
Yeah,
for
But
some
iced
reason. For
coffee
some
is
weird
great.
reason.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
delicious. It's the best.
I do it, dude.
Yeah, do you drink 64 ounces?
I could, yeah, no problem.
You saw what happened to me when I binged on the iced coffee. I didn't know coffee had that
He's got a kick.
give you a panic attack.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
bro.
was
never
like
had
new to
that.
coffee and I just chugged like 12 fucking cups of iced coffee.
Why?
Because I was stuck at that. I wasn't stuck. I was at a Panera all day.
Yeah, you'll get it. You can
I was
get
in Boston,
you
dude.
get
I was on the
Adderall
road.
bird
I
from
had
that.
nothing to do.
You just had
Adderall
Adderall.
So I was just in Panera on my fucking laptop, just crushing iced coffee.
You just sit up and
Then I went and saw Jumanji by myself.
all wired
At
up.
like 2:30. That was the day I called you.
That makes me
I had a
kill
panic
myself,
attack and
dude.
called Matt. Yeah,
Is that the first time you ever had a panic attack?
Yeah.
What?
I had 2 shows that night. After the first show, I bombed and had to wait for the next show. Just full panic attack. Called Matt.
I mean, doesn't
Holy
bombing
shit.
just give you a panic attack without the coffee?
No, it usually makes me want to do stand up again.
Wow, that's so weird.
Well, kind
dude.
of like
That's why you are where you are now.
Yeah, honestly.
All the other haters are just.
I mean, if you
fucking-
bomb, you should want to get back up.
yeah, you do. You want to get it right, and then you analyze all your stuff. But I would say it kind of like a real quick window into suicidality, and you're right back
Oh
out.
yeah, true.
It's kind of like a hard like. It's like if you fell and everyone's like ha ha ha. You get a quick like, yeah, you get a quick like, and then you bounce back up.
Ugh.
It's weird. It's a weird like.
I don't want to ever do that, dude.
It's not good for you.
I've drank tons of coffee, but I never had a panic attack from it.
I don't think I've ever had a panic attack.
I've always been
I didn't
busy,
think so
though.
either.
Yeah.
I never
If-
had one until that
If you
one.
like sit in a Panera bread all day,
Sit at Panera.
I think it might not be coffee induced.
That was coffee. That was
Yeah,
a lot.
dude. If I have,
If I sit around all day long, I feel like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but then
Nah.
you got to go out and be victorious at night.
Sure,
If
you're-
you had shows at night,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could chill.
But I'm saying even if I wake up at 3 and go to work, if I get home at 3, 12-hour day.
yeah.
But I'm sitting around like 4:30, like, God damn, that
let's go. You're bedeviled, dude.
be devil by what?
I can't say. You got to be able to sit and be with yourself, dude. Otherwise, you're
I am,
bedeviled.
but I'm a busybody.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, so was I,
I
dude.
keep it moving.
I used to be a busybody. I started getting panic attacks when I was like 21. When I was little, I used to wake up in the middle of the night and just be terrified. My thing is, when you lay down, you're falling asleep. That's when the subconscious mind is
Matt's like the most active dude I've ever met.
yeah, bro. Been fighting my
Like,
games, dude.
Matt does a lot of stuff.
If
during
I'm
the
gonna
day.
if I'm gonna sit down and relax, I have to ward off just like a cascade of like, what the fuck are you doing? Da, 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 da,
Yeah,
da.
this happens to me all the time.
Yeah, it's
but
not
I
healthy,
don't-
bro. It's not
It's all
healthy.
good.
No, it's not.
I
It's
turn
not
on.
good.
I turn on fucking. What's that show you make fun of me for watching? God damn,
the one I make fun of you for
Big
watching?
Diggers.
Oh yeah, Big Diggers, dude. Yeah.
Whoa, whoa,
Gold
whoa,
Rush.
Gold Rush.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, I watch Gold Rush, and Spade calls me like an asshole, but it's just good to just watch. You don't really think. You watch Gold Rush?
No.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, you just watch it, just chill out.
I still play video games, dude.
I know. I wanted to get a video game or like an Xbox or something earlier, but then
Don't. You'll look exactly like me. You'll literally look exactly like me.
buttery hair.
Yeah, dude. It's nice.
I
What
can't-
games do you play?
I got all sports, dude. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Exactly,
cool, cool.
dude.
I still,
The new
still
Grand
play
Theft
sports.
Auto supposedly is coming out.
I'd
They
play
said
the
they were
fuck out of
doing
that.
it since before the other one came out. What's so
I got some inside info on that. I'll hit you
Do
up
you
with.
really?
Yeah,
I don't care that much.
No, it's
Slide to
DOS,
DOS, dude.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was thinking about getting an Xbox, but is there going to be a new one coming out?
Probably,
New Xbox, the system, you mean?
Yeah, better graphics, bro.
Hey, man, I'm waiting for VR.
Joe, you don't need that.
Yo, VR's a shit. I did the VR skydive, dude. It is fucking
VR's
realistic.
getting real,
But
dude.
you don't need that.
Nah, bro. VR is where it's at.
Do you want
Man,
that or
like
do you need it,
Spade,
dude?
with his red
I want to
history,
fuck you in VR, dude.
You want to strike vipers.
VR porn is one of the subreddits.
Really?
Yeah, you can see what it looks like.
I mean,
See
dude.
what looks like.
Yo,
Pussy.
I'm gonna, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I forget.
I'm not gonna lie. I VR skydived and I was fucking like actually scared.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was like, whoa, this is. I was like literally like I might throw up, dude.
Where was like? Did
I was
they
in
have,
a,
like,
I was in a
fans
wind
blowing on
tunnel.
you?
No, I was in a wind tunnel.
Yeah,
I was
holy
floating.
shit.
I was
Dude, we talked about.
I was floating like 8 inches off the ground.
He
And
was
I
like, you gotta. He was like, Matt was like, you gotta try wind tunnel. I was like, dude, I don't know how powerful those fans are. The last thing I want is me just dropping on my face in front of everyone.
Did you ever do the Sense Step tank?
The what?
Yeah, you
the
did it.
float tank?
The
Yeah, it
float
was
tank?
great. It was great.
Oh, I want to try that.
Yeah,
I couldn't
it
chill
was
in
fun.
that thing, dude.
Except
Float
I had a brushed up bird. I was
Oh,
I was banging the night
saltwater
before.
hurt it?
Saltwater got in that, rashed up bird.
You couldn't go in a float tank?
I was just chilling there the whole time and just seeing my.
Yo,
I was
Yeah, you
just
see
like,
your penis
I just see
sticking out?
your fucking little dick just sitting there like floating around.
Do whatever you're doing. My bad. You went hard with it. You went right in the mic.
It's all good.
You're good.
Yeah, that is a.
But then
That
I
takes
didn't.
you out of it. 'Cause
I
you're, like,
forgot
trying to
about the
meditate,
salinity.
Trying to be one with the
He's got
universe.
your
Then you
little
look down and you
weenus
see
down
a tip
I
of your
flipped
penis.
over. And I put water in my eyes like an idiot.
So you were in it.
Yeah. I flipped over and
You can back up. My
I
bad.
flipped over and scraped my knee, dude. That shit stung.
How'd you like the tank? Did you stay in the whole time?
Yeah, and I just like, wow, dude, I can't believe this is my dick actually
And it
looks like this all the time.
And the salt
How'd you
doesn't
see your
affect
dick
your
in the
bird?
fucking tank?
Before I got in, and the whole time I was just thinking about it.
You just saw it was just the last thing he saw was just the penis sticking out of the
Weird.
water.
It definitely doesn't look like
Do
that.
they
It
switch
looked like a
the
little-
water
it's
out
like
in
a
between
shark
people?
fin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they circulate the water. Just look like a little bobber on the surface.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, you just had to sit with that thought for a half hour.
Yeah, I did.
That's what the deprivation tank is. You see your naked body for 1 second.
You just
and
look like
gotta
a
lay
slug.
there and be
Yeah.
like, Jesus fucking Christ. Just floating in nothingness. Like, oh, man.
I did not enjoy it.
Yeah, see, it was a weird. I fell asleep, which was really nice.
Yeah,
Really?
I,
I
could
fell
not,
asleep
dude.
in
I
there.
thought
It
someone was
was
going to kill me
fucking
the whole
great.
time.
Yeah, I thought someone was just going to open mine up.
Yeah.
And be like, ah. No.
Opening it up is so funny. If you open in one of those tanks, just someone in there naked, like trying to rush to the front to close it.
Like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Terrifying.
I've been itching for the float tank, dude. I need to get back in there.
Now that
love
I
it.
don't have to work because I'm out of work with the knee, I've been trying to get all
Good
weeded
for
up.
yeah, it'd be good for the knee.
Fucking
We
get
can
weeded
float
up.
tank you now. We can do light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Get
Yo,
a seance
if
in
you,
there.
I'm
Very
saying, if you guys
spooky.
do VR porn, I'll suck your necks while you do it.
Yeah. what?
When I was younger, I used to eat a dessert and just go and spit it out. So I'm like, I don't need to swallow this.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, why not just? I'm like, it's not going to do me any benefit by I don't know why you have to consume it and make it part of yourself. Just chew it up, taste it, go.
That's
spit it
why I
out.
dip.
Why?
That's what chewing tobacco is, dude. It's just a sweet treat.
It's a sweet treat.
Uh-huh. This is citrus blend.
That's true. That's why I don't understand why you have to eat a Reese's cup. You can chew it up and just let it kind of melt and just spit it.
I don't know. I think it feels good.
Why do you
sliding
you
down
think
your
swallow-
throat?
That's what I was wondering. So do people really is it do you like swallowing candy too? Being like,
Yeah.
that's so weird.
Yeah. What are you talking
Why
about?
do you
That's
just
great.
swallow a piece of cake? Just chew it up and enjoy the
I mean,
taste.
these are the questions of the ages that you're asking. Why do we have to swallow Reese's?
It's just spit it the fuck out.
All right, Steve, what's going
Well,
Anyway.
I was going to talk to you guys.
fuck out. Yeah, that's
I don't know how interesting this would be, but so the Anthony Bourdain thing,
Yeah.
I didn't really know of him too much. I knew of him by name, but my brother and I were talking about that, and it's kind of one of those things that I had. My reaction to that, in a very narcissistic way, is almost a hair of relief. Not about that he's not him in particular. So it's not that I don't want Anthony
Bourdain. A lot
Bourdain.
of dirt on the Clintons. You're
No,
saying?
no.
I think
No,
he
no,
probably
no.
did.
Let me just say, I don't want anybody to kill themselves. I'm very unhappy that he killed himself. That's a tragedy. But
sure.
it reaffirms this thing where it's no matter how much you think something's going to make you happy in the future, it's just not.
You're saying he reaffirmed your hypothesis.
Correct. That's.
I mean,
I wish I could take it back and say it the way you just phrased it.
I don't know. Maybe
I hear what
he
you're
was
saying.
what? He was what? 61 or 51?
61.
61.
61. All right. So he lived a pretty fucking wild, good life.
Yes.
So I don't know. Maybe suicide at that age, the happiness thing. I mean, I'm sure he was upset when he killed himself, but he was probably
he was
happy.
also on Chantix too.
Dude, I'm telling you, these drugs, dude.
Chantix is that shit you take to quit smoking, and apparently really fucks up with your. It really messes with your pleasure receptors, and it's one of those suicidal ideation may occur. Keep
Okay.
an eye.
But
he's also. Go ahead.
I don't know. Sometimes I think you can. I don't know. I could be way off here, but the happiness thing. He could have still had a pretty fucking great life, and just
No, Steve's saying that
just clocked out.
Steve's saying that he had a thing being no matter what level of success you attain, it's not the end all be all, and right?
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
like
Well,
that.
if
There's
you
still an
have this
element-
underlying condition, which he had,
yeah,
he was addicted to drugs for a long
Yep.
time. It's not going away. And for me, and Matt and I had talked about this. I'm so prone to fantasizing, and I've been doing that since I was 20 about my career.
Yeah.
It was always just like fantasizing about, I'm going to be famous or I'll be
Yeah.
on this show, and then everything, suddenly I'll be like the Tommy Pope of, just like fucking people. You know what I mean? Well,
I wasn't
right.
talking about fucking people. I was talking about Tommy jacking off.
Oh, okay. well, whatever.
Or Tommy Pope jacking off,
A
you wanna jerk
success
off like
level
that?
of that kind.
You want to
where
be the
it would, like,
Tommy Pope of jacking off.
Well, let me just keep going. So then we get to that, and
Yeah, you wanted the whole kit and caboodle, dude. Money, pussy, power, dude.
but I'm just saying that
like
it's
DMX.
clear. It's clear that those problems need to be addressed
Yes.
now.
Yeah.
and that would never make it go away.
No. I got exactly what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And you were saying his death, a positive you got out of that was like, yep.
Yeah, because I mean, I can imagine what Shane's potentially saying, which is like, you're just fulfilled. You're still happy, but you go, well, I have nothing else to do, so I'm going to kill
Yeah,
myself.
like Hemingway eating that shotgun.
But I don't know enough about that particular case. But
Yeah,
I'm sure he was
I feel
pretty
like-
bummed
I feel
out.
like if he was on some sort of like, but
Yeah,
it's still,
I take
hanging
back-
yourself's a
Yeah.
sad. It's not
It's
like
a-
I've seen enough. Let me fucking
Yeah,
brutally
yeah.
hang myself.
I do take back any. I doubt there's been too many. You know what? It's been a good life.
Well, Hunter S. Thompson. He apparently said I'm going to shoot myself the day I turned whatever and went out and.
But I think
blasting himself.
he was losing his mind.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
he
definitely
was-
on his fucking
yeah.
skull. I was reading a book about this robber Jack Black. It's a book called You Can't Win, and Shuley gave it to me. And it's this guy in like the 30s and basically 20s to 40s who went around and was like a burglar, and just like was a house thief, stole like shit from like a safe cracker and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he eventually, it's like an autobiography, but he goes legit. And they talk about like in the afterword of like how like he got paid to write for Hollywood after that. He was doing all this stuff. He had a pretty good life, and he told people like, if I start feeling like shitty, or if I turn a certain age, I'm gonna tie weights to myself and jump into a river. And then one day he just disappeared. No one's ever seen him since. So it's like, yeah, he was doing pretty well.
Okay, so then there goes my hypothesis. Maybe
No, it's not. No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's the same thing. It's like this guy, he did everything you could possibly do, and at the end of it, he was like, and just fucking killed himself. I'm not attacking your hypothesis. I'm saying I thought I was reinforcing it, but I guess it wasn't. I just want to say the guy put weights on himself and jumped in a river. I thought it was pretty cool. That's
It's a good way to go.
That's the whole point of that.
That's actually probably a horrific way to go.
Yeah.
That
But
probably
so
sucks.
I was talking to Matt also too, then trying to address this anxiety issue, because I got very bad anxiety, and it tends to be in like very specific areas. So like a large indoor open places is just like mayhem for me.
Like Target, Walmart.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mall,
like 30,
dude.
30th Street. Yeah,
the
the
mall fucking kills me. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's something about not being able to get purchase on the sound around you, where it's all kind of ambient, but it's all there, and everything
Yeah.
feels very far away.
Well, you know what I bug out about? About how many strangers we have to deal with all the time. It's like you're not really meant to. You're supposed to be in like a little village of like 40 people you've known forever.
Yeah.
And you deal with like 80% strangers. So you're like, who the fuck's that guy? Who the fuck's that guy? Oh wow. If you see one person you know in public, you're like, holy fuck. So that's weird.
Yeah.
That's something I bug out about. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't know any of these motherfuckers.
You gotta move to a small town.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Eventually. But yeah, I stranger danger, dude. You gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, you can move to a small town and kill yourself.
That's not valid. Just sink into a
Be
fucking.
like, well, I know everyone here. They're all gonna miss me.
Yeah.
I
But
did.
no,
it.
dude, I used to get anxiety a lot, man. It sucks.
And so I get this book called Dare, which it's silly, but it's a lot of what you talked about, insofar as the general idea is you want to go towards the anxiety as opposed to trying to control it.
Yeah.
And so that was something. What? Oh, Finn's.
Finn, man.
Yeah.
He does. I'm sorry. My dog is on my bed in the studio.
Looking absolutely
and
adorable.
Whenever he lays down, he like tries to like pull blankets underneath
Yeah.
him, and
we go.
it's pretty great to watch.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like watching dogs get comfortable.
But
Anyways,
anyways, just
sorry.
that little switch was pretty big, because every time I'd start to feel the feelings come on, dizzy or I can't breathe or
Yeah.
derealization, things don't feel. I'm just desperately trying to get control of it, like thinking about my breathing, thinking about this. And the idea with this book was, no, you want to run at those sensations. So
Yeah.
Cheesy as it sounds, like if you're feeling your chest tightness, you're like, all right, well, make my chest tighter. Like I want to pass out.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you talked about. Although he doesn't recommend like the taking CBD till you freak out.
I'll just smoke weed.
Oh,
I'll just
you're
get
right.
as
So-
high as possible, and then I'd be like, you know, right in that spot of like everything's wrong. Oh my god, and just weather it out, dude. Weather out the Stormy Daniels.
And so, and at the end of the day, what he says is like, it's not about it'll never go away. You know, it's just about how you interact with those sensations when they do arise.
Yeah.
And that they're very normal.
Yeah, it is funny to think about when you have a panic attack. It's just you're like in a party and it's just you. There's a dude who's so in his head that he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It's just,
Right?
it's just this pure thing of like whatever you're talking about to yourself, and you're like, I need to go outside, dude. This is too fucked up.
Yeah.
It's funny how you have like a slight, like just like a Windows error. You're just like, oh god, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, because I walked to the Acme, I like couldn't go in the Acme, and it was like sitting there like kind of pacing, like scratching my head.
Yeah.
And people walking by, probably nobody knows, but it's like I'm having such trouble going to pick up eye drops. Like just a storm.
Dude, I used to do when I used to have like I was convinced I was having a heart. I was like, I'm gonna have a heart attack because my heart had like a weird arrhythmia.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna have a heart attack. And like I would go to the treadmill and I had to like, I'd watch the heart rate monitor and it would just like, and if it hit like triple digits, I'd be like, oh god, and I would just get off the treadmill. I would do like a minute on the treadmill and get off, and then like go do another thing and be like, oh, I got to take a break. And I must have looked like a psycho at the gym for like 6 months.
Yeah.
But I got out of it. I did a little more every day. And
This
now-
is back when you had a ponytail.
yeah, dude.
So
that
you
was
must
like,
have looked like a
that was
real
me That was
psycho.
me coming out of it. That was me conquering my health anxiety. The whole time I grew my hair was pretty much it was like 2 years. And
You
Good
should
for
grow,
you.
grow it back
yeah,
out.
man,
Grow it back
now
out.
I do jujitsu, dude. Now it's the same thing with a heart attack. You're like, I'm gonna have a heart attack, and I'm just like, dude, bring on the big one, dude. Hook me up to the machines. Let's do it. And dude, I stopped.
Have you gotten deeper, like that derealization feeling?
A depersonalization. Yeah.
Have you gotten that, Shane?
What's that?
It's just like reality starts to feel more like a dream. Like you can't tell, is this real? Is this not?
Yeah.
It just starts to feel very weird.
Like you get so anxious that it's almost like you're like, almost like cinematic in a way where you're like walking. If you're walking through a bunch of people, it almost feels like you're in a music video almost. Like
Yeah,
it's weird.
And he described it in the book. He was saying that now I don't know whether this is true or not, but his theory is that your brain is so focused on, let's say, your heartbeat
Yeah.
or your breathing, that all that other information is still coming in, but it's just being processed different because you're so focused on the other thing.
Whoa.
So then it just seems very weird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And but the larger point is that everybody feels it. So it's like,
Yeah.
because when you're experiencing that for the first time, you're like, I'm seeing through something here.
Yeah, because my vision will get fuzzy. I would be in a place,
Yeah.
my vision gets fuzzy, I'm kind of tingly, and I'm just like, oh boy, something bad's happening. You know, then you just bug the fuck out.
Yeah, that's.
You get that?
I mean, I don't know about fuzzy. I get like a little loss of focus. Does that make sense with your
Yeah.
eyes? Like it seems like it's out of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you
I don't
bug
know.
out too hard.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had that since I was like a kid.
What, bugging out?
Yeah, like I don't know.
You talking about when you stare at something for a long time?
No, it's tough to describe.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
You're trying
but
to articulate your subconscious.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, anxiety. I mean, I have no plan of attack. I'm just
You just clutch on the blankets.
fucking riding the wave.
Well, do you get like hard? I would get like hard out of the blue life anxiety out of nowhere. Or do you think you're just getting
Yeah, I
post
get
hangover?
that. I get that real bad.
Just like a look down the well where you're just like,
Yeah, I
What
get
does it
that.
feel like? What do you?
It just feels like if I have, it's all about stand up.
Okay.
That's all it is. Like if I don't have shows or if I don't have anything good for a while, I'm all fucking.
yeah,
I'm like my life is a fucking failure.
yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
a frustrating point to be in because it is something you would need to worry about.
Yeah, but then it's almost bipolar because then I'll do something like I did last week, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, everything's going well.
when
This
you
is
did- yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, you did the bonfire.
Yeah, and then a week of not really doing anything. Like last night, I was doing Philly's Funniest competition. I'm just in the green room talking to fucking weirdo after weirdo. Like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
I was tired during stand up. And
Yeah.
that's a weird thing.
Well, I
Normally,
think
I'm
it's-
excited and happy to be there. Like,
I think it's a good gauge though of your I would say, uptick since now you're in helium and you're like, Jesus Christ, get me the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Almost
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is fucking boring.
But it's
Almost
also-
where, like, remember how stoked that you were like a year before being like, I'm hosting the funniest, oh, this is
Yeah, yeah,
great.
yeah.
Now you're like, Jesus Christ, this fucking thing. So that's a good sign almost.
Yeah, and